Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Capricorn for the week of October 24th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, let's go ahead and let's see what we have here for you, Capricorn. Now I am using the Tarot Muka, the After Tarot, and the Prism Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right, let's get all the cards out here for you, Capricorn. We'll go ahead and make sure everything's in view. Now do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for regular updates. Also really does help me grow here on YouTube. Let's go ahead and put this right here, and then I'll also take a couple of these oracle cards. All right, I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Nine of Swords. You know, first thing I wanted to say was there are a lot of muted colors, and I'm getting this color blue pretty heavily here. Like there's just a lot of blue color on the cards that we pulled, kind of not as vibrant. Of course, the Eight of Wands is a vibrant card, but you know, I think some of you feel like something in your life is a little dull or blue at this time because of the muted energy that I'm getting here. Now, the Nine of Swords can represent, for me, this is like the mental health card. Okay, it is like you know, anxieties, fears, frustrations. You know, fears really that do not exist. They're thinking about how these nine swords could be going through them when they actually never do. And so for you, you know, you could be dealing with some situations like that at this time with the Nine of Swords here on the bottom. Now, the thing is, I think that's going on here for you is there's something connected to something in your life feeling like dull, blue, out of place. I also think that this is going to change here in the future very, very quickly. So, you know, this is a very good reading. But the color blue is also associated with the throat chakra, at least the blue that I'm thinking of. And not so much indigo, but more about like the blue, blue color that's associated with the throat chakra. And so there could be something about communication here that's very important, even though we only have one swords card. There could be something here, actually two, with the Nine of Swords on the bottom and the Queen of Swords. You may just need to be direct with somebody, especially if you're here for love. That could actually come with good benefits for you. Being direct at this time, obviously not burning bridges, but being direct. Let's get some more messages here. So in the current situation, you do have the Temperance, or this is the overall situation. You have the Temperance card here. So, you know, this card's very important because it spills into the rest of the cards. It informs the rest of the cards. And if you look here, the Temperance angel, this actually, you can't tell in this illustration, but this is technically an angel in traditional tarot. And the idea is that they are doing some alchemy here by mixing and combining elements using their tools. And so this is a card of alchemy, of law of attraction. The Temperance is seen as an alchemical symbol. So some of you really kind of combining all the talents, skills, gifts, abilities that you have, your thoughts, your routines, putting all of those together and alchemizing those into a nice outcome for yourself. You can also see that the Temperance angel here is dipping their toes in the water. This is symbolism for healing, right? Also, I think the sun is coming up here in the background. Temperance card is really a nice card. It's Sagittarius energy, but it's also an energy of healing. And as I've already said, because they're dipping their toe in the water. And most importantly, the Temperance card is about balance. So it's all of those things, but it's also about balance. And I think that some of you here, maybe there's there is a message of balance here, because you actually have two with the Temperance card and the Two of Pentacles. Both can indicate balance in one's life. We'll talk about that more as we go along here. I think that there's like something with your communication that you're looking to balance out, or you know, something along those lines. in the past, you have the Ten of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups, and you also have the King of Pentacles here. I'm sorry, Ace of Pentacles. My apologies. Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, King of Pentacles. I believe I said 10. So the Ace of Pentacles is really amazing. The Ace of Pentacles is the card that starts off the journey to the Ten of Pentacles. And this Ace of Pentacles, you can see the hand here. So there's symbolism in tarot where there's this cloud and there's a hand coming out of the cloud. That's like the universe nudging you in a certain direction. It's the universe offering you an invitation. And this Ace of Pentacles is this invitation to plant a seed of abundance for yourself that can really grow into something big, that can grow into the Ten of Pentacles. You've gotten a new beginning here in the past, or you've been thinking about a new beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles on your mind. And, you know, I do think that this has been showing up for you pretty heavily here. You have this King of Cups as well. So the King of Cups is somebody, you have these two kings, right? Two kings here in the past. You have a queen in the future. Doesn't matter what gender you are, just a friendly reminder. I do not attach gender to these cards. I'm just reading energies. Kings might be a more masculine energy, while the queens might be a more feminine energy. But you have people here that I think can support you in some respect in this new direction that you feel aligned towards, with the Ace of Pentacles here on your mind. With the two kings showing up, I think there is support available to you here. I think that that's why these cards are showing up. King of Cups is somebody who's like more of an emotional leader. They have a high EQ. You know, they are calm, cool, and collected. And the King of Pentacles, you know, this person here, they are somebody who's practical and wise when it comes to their money, when it comes to their investments, and hardworking. King of Pentacles is all about somebody who's hardworking. In fact, what might be going on here is we have this symbolism of like a hand here. You see the hand here, but in both cards, holding up the pentacle. There might be somebody here who can show you the way, okay? Or there might be somebody here who is like, look, this is how I got to the castle, right? This is how I got from point A to point B. I'm getting like a mentorship vibe, even though I don't see any traditional meanings of that in the cards. It's okay though, because tarot is up for interpretation, and you can use your intuition when reading tarot. And I do think that maybe some of you here you have somebody in your corner at the very least, or you have, you know, mentor energy here. Now we'll go ahead and clarify each column, but my initial vibe is that the people showing up here are not here to harm you or to backstab you or hurt you in any way. I think that the people here generally have good energy showing up in the reading. In the current situation, you have the Eight of Cups, you have the Temperance card, and the Two of Pentacles. So, Two of Pentacles, you know, change. You can see the boats in the background. They're sailing on the choppy waters. Of course, that represents change. And then you can see the person here balancing out the pentacles, juggling the pentacles. This represents a need to balance, of course, right? Balance finances, balance the books, so to speak. When you get the Two of Pentacles, especially as it's next to the King of Pentacles, there might be something here under the surface for you connected to money. And you know, this could be the area in your life where you're looking to balance out. Like, I don't know, maybe this is a bad example, but you know, maybe every day you go to Starbucks, and every day you get a drink and you get a sandwich, and maybe you're gonna stop getting the sandwich and you're gonna eat something at home. I don't know, just an example. It's just an example. Or maybe you decide, you know what? I'm gonna cut out Starbucks altogether. I'm gonna make coffee at home. I'm gonna make my breakfast at home. I'm gonna skip needing to go to Starbucks, blah, 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 right? Like, there might be something here that you are looking to balance out at this time. Financially, yeah. And so I think some of you are like looking at your situation practically. And I think you actually have somebody who's been quite successful. If it's not you, I mean, you could certainly be the King of Pentacles as well, because you're an Earth sign. You know, if this King of Pentacles isn't you, I do think that there's somebody here that's like, Capricorn, this is how I've built wealth, or this is how this is how I've climbed the ladder. And I do think that there is some balance here in your approach. Now you have this Eight of Cups here, which the Eight of Cups can connect to walking away. And it is a good card. I like the Eight of Cups because it says that you are ready to let go of the things of your past, the ghosts of the past, the situations of the past that no longer serve you. And you're walking towards a wish. You're walking towards something much better for you in your life. So it's a real like letting go, walking away type of energy when you get the Eight of Cups. And this person's really taking an empowered step forward. In the future, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands, and you also have the Queen of Swords here showing up. So the Page of Cups represents, it is an invitation as well. Pages represent invitations, arrivals of news or messengers. Page of Cups is typically like a very nice energy around, maybe there's like a love interest or something like this. There also could just be happy news on the way or happy news arriving for you when you get the Page of Cups. But, I wasn't getting a ton of love energy here. I will say, if you are here for love, as I said at the beginning of this reading, I think being very direct with somebody is going to really help you out or benefit you pretty immensely in some way here. Queen of Swords is really somebody who is focused on, they have a deep focus on something in their life, and they don't let anything hold them back. The Queen of Swords, right? They are led by, what is right in front of them, right? They are focused on what is right in front of them. Eight of Wands represents something coming in very quickly from a distance. So this could be social media, text messages, phone calls, letters. It's also, what did I say here? Vibrancy. I never really get that with the Eight of Wands, but there's something about vibrancy that I think is coming forward for you. Again, we started this reading off with the Nine of Swords. If you're still here, thank you for being here. But, we started this reading off here with the Nine of Swords and this energy of like blue, right? Or like something being muted in your life. I think that is going to be, whatever is muted is going to become more vibrant in your life. And I think it's because, you're looking to balance something out. I also think it's you're being direct and focused with somebody, or direct and focused with yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look at these oracle cards here. All right, so you have pain, comfort, creativity, and movements. So the movement card is like the Eight of Wands. You can even see it like, look, right? I'm sure that the author, I don't know this, but I'm sure that the author was inspired here by the imagery. But yeah, there's something about that Eight of Wands that seems very important to you. I love the Eight of Wands card, but it seems like it's very important in this reading. You have creativity, comfort, pain. Isn't that interesting? What am I getting here? Well, okay, so look, comfort's great. Comfort is great, but when we are complacent or when we're, sometimes we get too comfortable in our situation, and that's not really leading us to the best growth possible. And so I think that for some of you here, you're recognizing that there's like the blue energy that I was picking up, or like the muted energy, the dull blue or the dull muted energy. I think some of you here are like, okay, it's time to make some changes with the Temperance card and the Two of Pentacles, and now these coming in here around balancing something out. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here in the clarifications. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Please do hit the like button and subscribe. All right, so you have the Empress, you have the Eight of Swords, and you also have the Ace of Cups. So, double aces here in the past. Very clearly, the universe, you can see the hand symbolism, right? It's all over the board here. Tons of invitations all over the board here with two aces and a Page of Cups in the future, and the Eight of Wands, which is good news on the way. Tons of like nudges, pats on the back from the universe saying, hey, Capricorn, go for it. It's your time, And I think that for some of you, you've been maybe just in a holding pattern here with the Eight of Swords in the past. And I think you're getting yourself out of that situation very clearly here. I think you're getting yourself out of that situation here very clearly. And you're kind of ready to embrace the vibrancy that's on the way for you. Ace of Cups is like new love potentially, but this has not been a heavy love reading. I think that this is more about happiness kind of starting for you. The Empress is a major sign of abundance. It's the biggest card of abundance in the tarot. And so like for you, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress, I will say that this new start, this new invitation could really end up being good for you in the future. I will say that if I'm just going by these cards. And so, just recognize that like long-term abundance takes time, but it looks very good. Looks very good. So you have the King of Pentacles again. You have the Hierophant, and you also have the Six of Swords here showing up. So King of Pentacles in the past, now King of Pentacles in the current situation. I do think that, what is this being clarified with? Eight of Cups. All right, well, I think, this pretty much solves the question. I do think that there's still somebody in your corner here, maybe a Taurus, or, another earth sign. I do think there's somebody in your corner here that's like giving you advice. It might be that that's the person that you're being blunt and direct with, but at the same time, I almost feel like they do have some wise words for you. But if you are the King of Pentacles, what's just possible it is that you are walking away from something here, because the Eight of Cups and the King of Pentacles together. Hierophant, this could mean that you're just walking away from an organization or what you've done for your work or for your career. Or what could be going on here is you're going through some other major transition here in your life with the Six of Swords. The thing is, there's a major change, and with the Six of Swords, Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card, this is something that feels very good, I will say, for you. And I also think that this is a change away from the norm. Okay, whatever's been normal for you, I think is absolutely changing for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Two of Swords, and you have the Three of Cups. Okay, Wheel of Fortune is all about your destiny here. It's coming in pretty heavy for you with the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. That's an invitation to go in a new direction, to see new things, see new people, try new things. The Two of Swords, Eight of Wands is, I think, you moving out of this idea of dull energy or anything that is not vibrant. You're moving out of that. You're moving towards vibrancy. Three of Cups, you have something here in the future to celebrate pretty heavily. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Wands, which is another invitation. I mean, arrival of an opportunity or a messenger. I mean, the universe is just like, especially the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortunes also change, but it's really typically good change, provided that you take advantage of the change that's in front of you. So the universe is like, go for it, Capricorn. Like, this is yours. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I'll see you in the next reading.